Oh, okay, wait. I try to connect this live to YouTube. I see whether it can work. Then later I will disconnect. I will explain this question. Okay, it's live now. Okay. So now I do a recording, Zoom, and got it, and record. Hello, parents. I'm Mr. Howard Yu. I'd like to explain one question which came up in a school's recent 2024 prelim examination. So I do a screen share here. As you can see, this paper is being explained here in this school. And let me do a screen share over here shortly. So this is a question. A girl is juggling four balls. A girl is juggling four balls of the same mass. So we annotate this part as shown below. So this is actually question 35 of the 2024 Frontier Primary School Preliminary Examination. So I'd like to highlight to you the importance of annotation. So this arrow has been ruled by me, so I encourage students to annotate as well. So state one difference between mass and weight. And I'd like to show you the usefulness of this book, which I published, as you can see here. Because in this book, on a certain page, I've taught students to memorize this fact because it's a commonly tested questions. So there are actually two students online now with me, Gideon and Adele. And I pray that they can understand this question fully. So if you turn to the book which I've given to them, on page 27 of my book, Mastering P5/PSLE Science Open-Ended Questions in Investigative Reasoning. So this is a book which I mentioned here, and I do a screen share over here. As you can see here, this is a book. So you can see in my screen here, I'm holding, and at the same time, on the screen sharing is this question here. Can you see here? State the difference between mass and weight. Okay, let me enlarge here. So for students who are online and on site, this is a very important instruction that you must remember because this question not only is tested in primary 6, but also it will be repeated in secondary 1. It may be repeated in secondary 1. So please jolly well memorize this. Weight is the amount of gravitational force acting on an object. But mass is the amount of matter in an object. So this is the difference between mass and weight. Another difference is weight varies with location, but mass does not vary. It means the weight actually changes. For example, your mass on Earth and on the moon is the same, but your weight on Earth is 6 times your weight on the moon. Why? Because the gravitational force or gravity on the moon is 1/6 of the Earth. 1/6 of the Earth. That's been divided by 6. So for example, in P6, you learn about weight, but you do not know the actual unit of weight, which we'll learn in secondary 1. The actual unit of weight is newtons, but in primary 6 and primary 5, they use kilogram. So for simplicity's sake, example, most P6 students, I just assume that you weigh about 42 kilograms. Okay, 42 kilograms. So the weight of this person on Earth is 42 kilogram. And the same person, if he goes to the moon, will be divided by 6. So the weight of the same person on the moon will be 42 divided by 6, which is 7 kilogram. So this one question which appears in this school's prelim paper, which is the Frontier Primary School. So we have done this already. Second, okay, identify the force acting on the ball that causes to move downwards. So if you annotate here, you will know there's only one force, and that is gravitational force. And thirdly, without changing the ball, suggest what the girl can do to make the balls move faster. So to move faster, you should She can throw the ball upward with more force, as being showcased in this answer here. Question 35, C. She can throw the ball upwards with more force. So as you can see here, these are the suggested answer keys provided by the school. These three questions we have dealt with earlier. So I highly encourage you, for those who have missed purchasing of this book, it's very useful. So this is Mr. How are you? I highly recommend you to get this book. Even for this year's P5 students, it's very relevant because if you're preparing for their P5 open-ended answering in the year YOE, year-end examination, previously called SA2. So let's continue in